right, welcome back to Good Day, everybody. It's 8:23, and like I said before the break, we are here with Miss Jessica Blair, from one of the co-owners at Verge in downtown Albany. Thank you so much for coming in with us this morning. She'll be coming on talking about fashion tips and ways to be fashionable on a budget, which is always helpful in these tough times. And right now we're talking about accessorizing for back to school. Lots of kids going back to school, and you know, even if you're not going back to school, it's always nice to look polished and put together. And feathers are a big trend right now.
They are.
So tell me about this trend, feathers in the hair, feathers on hats. What's the trend?
I actually watched a special recently, and I think one of the big people that pushed the feather movement was Steven Tyler.
Really?
It's not a shocker there. He's quite eccentric, and so it came probably from LA, Southern California, and has spread to Albany, Georgia.
Look at that, all the way from across the country. Well, so what, are people putting them on hats, in your hair? What's the trend?
The feather trend goes from head to toe, but the biggest thing that we have to show today is some of the extensions that you can put in your hair, and unlike the ones that you can get in the salon, these are removable, which is nice, and you're also not going to spend a lot of money on these, whereas if you go to the salon, one little tiny feather can be $25 to start.
Oh gosh, and they actually clip it to your hair and you can't take it out, correct?
Right.
So if you get sick of it, you don't like it, you're stuck with it.
You're stuck with it.
Or you're out $25.
Yeah.
So how much would something like one of these run?
The headbands between $14 and $18. The extension clip-ins about $28, which really is great because you're getting 3 very nice quality feathers that you can accessorize with your outfits for a whole lot less.
And if you get sick of the color, it's all right, you can take them out. So
Yep.
these are a little bit more than the regular clip-in ones that you would get at a salon. Where's the bargain there?
Well, what I'm saying is that my daughters have the extension ones that are permanent, and just one tiny little feather was $25. It cost me about $100 to do both of their feathers.
Oh wow.
So
if you wanted something, a bigger feather like this, that would run you upwards of $100 or so.
I would think so. By the time you have the 3 and then all the little pieces that go with it, absolutely.
Okay, so if you want the big package, you gotta go for the clip-on. So now how does something like this work? We were kind of explaining.
Yes, at first when I looked at these, I didn't know how to get them in your hair, but basically...
Like a contraption of some sort.
It does. You just bend them in half and they pop open like a hair comb, and then it's got a little rubber piece inside that's going to hold it securely. So even if you don't have a lot of hair, if your hair is fine like mine, it will stay put all through the night or the day, however long you choose to wear
Cool.
them.
And then you can just take them out, wash your hair, brush your hair like you normally would.
Yes.
All that stuff. Well, cool. Definitely a big hot trend right now, the feathers in your hair, things like that. So go down, check them out. Where can somebody buy these?
These particular ones are available at my store, which we had talked about earlier, Upscale Consignment Verge Boutique, which is located in downtown Albany, Georgia.
All right, excellent. And then obviously the headband's another option.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying vintage buttons are really in, but not on shirts this year.
No, that's a new fall trend. These are not actually vintage buttons, but they look vintage. This particular set here I found at Walmart for $1.58. And what you can do is take the backs off of the buttons, turn them into earrings, and you have a brand new set of accessories for your ears for $1.58.
Adorable buttons, if you can't see these. How would somebody turn them in? I'm not crafty at all. So how would somebody turn these these buttons into earrings?
Well, basically you can go to Hobby Lobby or any craft store and you'll buy a kit that has the little backing, and you just stick some super glue on there, and then you have the big round spacers that control the back of the earring to the ear, or fasten it rather, and then that's
there you go, you have some earrings. So as long as you don't glue your fingers together, that's probably what I would do, super glue my fingers. You've got some great earrings. These are adorable buttons, and you can buy at Walmart, buy them anywhere.
Craft shops, vintage markets, anything like that.
Definitely try it. And lastly, you were saying if you can't afford to go out, buy feathers, even just buy earrings for a couple dollars. You know, times are tough for everybody. You have some other options for us to do.
Absolutely. This is a perfect example here. This is a vintage clutch that I actually found in my grandmother's closet. So if you don't have the means to go out and buy a new one, which these actually shouldn't be too expensive, if you can find them in consignment or Goodwill, somewhere like that, then by all means borrow. This is a great piece, and it's very, very old, and it means a lot to me as well.
Absolutely. And trends are coming back.
Yes.
You know, what might have been out of style even a few years ago, it's definitely coming back in style. So things in your mom's closet, grandmother's closet, things like that.
Definitely.
Definitely coming back in style. Well, again, thank you so much, Jessica Blair,
You're
one of the
welcome.
co-owners at Verge. She'll be coming in pretty much every week to talk to us about hot summer, fall, winter trends, all sorts of fashion trends for us to keep us up on our toes on all the latest fashion events. Thank you so much for coming in, Jessica,
welcome.
and we'll
Thank
be
you.
right back after this.